Hello everyone, my name is Siddharth Chakravarti Guramkonda. Today in this video I am going to show you the Android application I have developed for this web development 2 class. So my application here is like location based reminder where the user will be reminded based upon the location when the user have set up a task based upon the location. Once the user reaches that location, he will be reminded as that task saying that he needs to perform a certain task over that location. So I have already installed my application in the Google Nexus 7 in the Genie Motion to check the functionality. Let's see the functionality of this application. So this is the function. This is my application. So this is my home screen of this application where you can perform like two tasks or like a new user or an existing user. If you're already an existing user, you can just click on the existing user and you can see the task already existing there. And the new user will take you to the registration page where you can we can register to this user, and you can save the details over of this user once here. And also I have implemented the camera functionality over in this to just to take the capture the picture image of the user who is using it. So I'm just taking the image of that. We'll see how it's going to work. So once I selected that and I'm done, so you can see it over here, the pack image has been captured and once I click on the register, the details will be saved and it will be redirecting me to the login page where I can log in and I can see that any task there present. So since this is a fresh login, I don't see any task present over here. If this is then like already an existing user and he saved few of tasks, you can see all the tasks present over below this page. So I will enter one task over here to just show you the functionality. So I will say like say hi to everyone and I'm just giving location, some random location. And once I click on the save, it will redirect me to the Google Maps functionality where I have implemented this like I can pinpoint the location where I need to save that. Once I click on the pinpoint, then it can take me to that certain location over there. So if I click on that, say suppose I want to say hi to everyone in India, and once I went there, see, you can see it over here that you have marked the location and it has been automatically saved. So when I go back, I can see that over here that my location is being saved, and once I click on this location, it will point me to that direction, to that location where I have seen. See, I have given the India as a location saver. Once I have been to India or any other location like which I have saved over there, then I will be pointing out the task that needs to be performed on this in this certain area. Here I have used the GPS location functionality to pinpoint this. I used the Google Maps and all these things, Google Maps API services to capture this to pinpoint these locations and all these things. And I will add one more location to see how is it working, like is it the database has been storing all the data properly or not. So let's add as task 2 locality. I'll give some and I click save. It will redirect me, as I said before, like it redirect me to some random location where so I will pinpoint certain location over here. So as you see, like I said before, like it's ring point. When I go back, and I should have two tasks. See, I have already two tasks over here. So yeah, when I click on this task, it should take me to the second task which I have pinpointed. So yeah, there you go, you can see my location over here, the pinpointed location I have selected here in the Wilmington. So yeah, this is saving, and once I have been there to here, once I've been to this location, then it will pop up saying me that it's working fine. Since I have actually tested this by using my physical hardware system. I have been located. I gave a placement saying like I have to say happy birthday to everyone, and Yeah, it's working fine actually. When I showed it, when I did it in my mobile, I had took a screen capture of that. This is the screen capture of that location. So yeah, it's working fine. Since I can't test it in the emulator properly, I mean in this my laptop properly, so I did it in my hardware, and it's working fine. So coming to the functionalities I have used in this application, I have used the camera as I showed before in the registration page. I have used the Google services, and I have used the database over here to check the application functionalities and all these things. And yeah, you can see you can log into my page once again. There you go, you can see like all the data, I mean all my task has been saved. You can see actually the data tables that it has created the db sd card I have created. Like I give the options, like here you can see my lbr db and all these files has been created. So this is what much functionality, working functionality of this application. And coming to the code part, here I have, here is my code for this functionality, where like I have created certain classes for this application. So these are all the classes I have used for creating this functionality. So coming each functionality of the each class, here the dbh helper class I have used it for creating the databases. Here I have created two tables, like intent user and intent comments to transactions, to just capture the student, sorry, user details and the longitude, latitude, the physical locations. I have interlinked this two tables with the IDs, with the user ID, incremented, auto incremented user ID. So these are all the methods here, like to get and to get the data or to store the data over here. Um, and moving on to the my next class, or yeah, moving on to my next class, it's location list adapter, like where the, it's a bridge between the adapter connection for pointing the values, adapter for adapter values. The methods over here or like just kind of a get methods and get and put methods kind of a thing. Like it's an adapter method which I've been used. And this is the location model class I have used, kind of a pojo class, where I have set all my gets and puts over here. And this is the login this is the another one is the login pojo method, like pojo class I have used for capturing like getting and putting the user details over here for my application. And this is the main activity of my class, where I will be like did most of the functionality over here. This has been pointing with the main two functionalities. And sorry, this is my most of the functionalities of my class, like getting the GPS, setting the setting the values and putting the values. All those things are being written in this class. And moving on to the next class, it's a map activity class. I have used that extra, that's like taking the capturing the map functionalities of my class, and all those things all like are supported in this. This is for new map locality is for my just capturing my current location and moving on to the next location, if like to save the location details and all those things. This new user activity page is like kind of a registration page, where I show you like where I can register all these things, like all the functionalities of this all the putting like all the user details are being like put and get, all the sets of values are being implemented in this method, where I have the functionality of GPS or the camera. All the data, like all the data methods are being implemented in this class. And I have also used the session manager class to just capture the session of the current user, or to just to show the details of the current session the user has been using to for some functionalities. This is another splash class, where like kind of a main functionality like home page functionality I have implemented in this class to give my to check the functionalities and all this. This is a tracker GPS class, where to just track the locations for all the, and for putting the longitude, latitude and the locality status of all those things, and also the GPS sorry, API functionalities I have used for the map settings, and all those things are being used here. And this is a user activity, like once the user is been signed in, which what has to retrieve all the methods by calling the db methods and all, everything has been implemented in this class. So these are the much of the pretty much classes I have used in my application. And coming to the XML parts like layouts or XML parts I have used, these are the much of the my XML parts I have used over here. Like this is my sign activity sign in class where you can see the activity. This is the kind of a home screen which it will be calling when I initially started my application. Like all this was actually set in my manifest class. I forgot to mention it. Like this manifest class I have set at my all the starting notifications and all, like which class has to be opened on all those things in manifest class I have shown over here. And yeah, this is like a login page for your an existing user, the login page, which login page it has to be shown up and all these things. This is the main activity class, like where once the user will be like taking out to the registration page and all those things. So this is my alert class, alert XML, where the user will be popped up with the messages and all those things. All the implementations of these things will be done in this XMLs over here. And this is the main menu layout I have used it over here. And yeah, these are the string values I have used in my class, and I have declared over here the what are the string values I have implemented, and everything, all the details are being implemented over here in this class. So coming to the issues I have faced, I have issues like setting my current location, like setting my current location. Like my location was sometimes was mismatching with the current location. Like it's showing like not exact location which I pinpoint, but it's showing around this radius. So that is the one issue I have faced. And the camera is the another issue I have faced, where my camera is like not set properly. Yeah, I have to use the Genymotion configuration settings for that to set my camera properly. And once I have done that, it's working fine. For that, like I have to use the Google services and all those things to Google Play Store services I have to implement in my this mobile device, which virtual mobile device which I'm using right now to make it properly working. So this is pretty much my application. This is my Android application. Thank you for watching.